This video discusses the pure loss rate screen of a loss projection. By this point, we've entered all data for our workers' comp loss projection with payroll as the exposure base. This screen is the culmination of everything we've entered up until now. Here, we will select a pure loss rate for the projection. Let's work from the bottom up. In the bottom table, we see our 6 periods of data, which we entered on Form 2, our adjusted losses, which are the estimated ultimate losses from Form 5, multiplied by the inflation trend factors from Form 6, and the adjusted payroll, which is the total payroll for the period entered on Form 2, multiplied by the inflation trend factors. Next, we see the pure loss rate for each period, which in this example is calculated by dividing the adjusted losses by the adjusted payroll. It is pure because it is inflated to today's dollars. So for period 1, this tells us that for every $100 of payroll, we had $1.52 of loss in today's dollars. Above this table, we have several average pure loss rates. System weighted, which is the average of all years. 2-year, which is the average of the last 2 years entered. 3-year, which is the average of the last 3 years entered. These are calculated because sometimes, for files with many periods, users may have reason to believe that the most recent 2 or 3 years will better project the future than older periods. After the 2 and 3 year average is the all-year average, which is just a straight average of all years. And lastly, we have user-weighted, which can be edited using the table below. For example, we see here that in period 4, the pure loss rate was $2.03. Let's say we know that something odd happened that year that's unlikely to happen again, and we don't want that to affect the overall rate. We can click into user-defined weight next to period 4 and type 0. Or if we want it to hold some weight, but not as much as other periods, we could enter 0.5. Likewise, we could enter 2 or 3 if we wanted it to hold more weight in the calculation. Notice these changes only affect the user-weighted pure loss rate. Once you are done applying your weights, you can select the user-weighted pure loss rate and it will populate that as your selected projected pure loss rate. If you do not want to use any of the averages, you do have the option to type in another number. Lastly, you will enter your projected payroll, or whichever exposure you chose, for the period you are projecting, which in this example is 1/1/2020 through 12/31/2020. For more information on the screen, see the linked FAQs under Helpful Items, or reach out to us at support@sigmaactuary.com.